Most people don't want truth. Even when the people says, I want truth, they usually don't want truth because the truth is so contrary to everything they believe or believed. They can't change. What's the Bible say? It says, as in the days of Noah, as in the days of Lot, they were marrying and giving in marriage. They were so focused about this place, what they're going to do down here, that they forgot about things above, Forgot about their creator. It's like the dog forgets the owner. When you let the dog out of the house, it comes back to the house. It doesn't go to the neighbors. It comes back to you. But the human came from God, but doesn't go back to God. They try to go to a false God. And so I was in the store getting some gas. And what was that lady? There was this popular singer on. She's definitely admitted to being a witch, but her voice, she wears black all the time. She used to be heavy. She lost a lot of weight and went through divorce. And what was her name? What is her name? I forget her name. But anyway, she's like one of the top singers in the whole world. And I'm not talking about Gaga or Beyonce. I'm talking about like a real singer. Anyway, she has perfect pitch, evidently, and her songs like try to draw you in, like the song, like the old saying about the men would be drawn in by their voices or something to that effect. Anyway, I had some truck stuck in the middle of the highway. I mean, why would it's crazy. I see some crazy stuff out on the road. You think you've seen it all, and then you see something totally new. But anyway, it's new, but it's the same old ridiculousness. So most people don't want truth. They just want their little comfort zone, And so I was thinking about this morning. I was thinking, when God said God made man in his image, and he said, be fruitful and multiply, that means that he would give you the tools and the desire and the ability and an environment and a world and a universe that lines up with those commands. If God said, be fruitful and multiply, he would give you a system, a created system that supports that. And that created system has to have types and shadows based upon those commands on the outside and on the inside. So it's built into a person to have survival mode, reproduce. It's built into people to follow those rules or those, I wouldn't even call it a role, command. I mean, it's pretty much telling you what would make you happy, I think. It's pretty much how you would say it. Be fruitful and multiply. And why are they trying to stop you? Why is the Illuminati trying to stop you? Why are the witches and the warlocks trying to stop you? Because you're doing what God says. And so every time you start to multiply, some Freemason tries to stop you. Some agent, some minion tries to stop you. Some ignorant person, some person who doesn't want truth tries to stop you. You start speaking truth, they try to stop you. And so, to make a long story short, I was thinking about it this morning, how when he says be fruitful and multiply, he's going to give you a earth, a reality down here to do that in. He's going to give you the opportunity, the means to do it, the ability. He's going to make a way, right? If that's his command, he's going to make a way to do it. It's just the way it is. And if he gives you a system to do it, if he's going to tell you to do that, then everything around you has to point to that. And it does. All you have to do is look out in front of you. The grass reproduces, the trees reproduce, the artists and the singers and the actors, they reproduce, reproduction. People have a popular song, somebody reproduces it. It's just a reproduction, people. What has been shall be, what shall be has been. It's just a reproduction. The word Jesus is Jehovah S us, integrates us. Jehovah integrates us back through Jesus. Jesus. S is integration. Bringing everything back together. J-E is Jehovah, S is integration, U-S is us. Jesus integrates us back into Jehovah, and it's done by faith. It's encoded in the words. The letter J-E-S-U-S, the letter S in the middle would represent the snake, which he became sin for us. And if you look at the snake on the pole, what was he doing? Bringing us back. And so when you do mathematics and calculus, the integration line looks like an S. When you look at the scales on the musical notes, and you look at the scales, it has an S on it, integrating. When you go to the doctor to get healed, it has a snake on it because Jesus became sin for us. If you look at the dollar bill, it has a snake on it, on a pole, because somebody has to pay. And there's the exchange life. When you trade money, it's an exchange. So it's all about what Jesus did on the cross, integrating us back in. It's encoded everywhere. It's on the ambulance. When you see an ambulance going down the highway, it's got a snake on a pole. It's right in your face. And so the patterns are everywhere. The be fruitful and multiply is encoded in everything that you look at. It's everywhere that you look. It's a repeat. It's a simulated training program to teach you how to reproduce copies, mainly giving out the gospel, fishers of men. I'll teach you how to be fishers of men, he said. They said, Lord, we fished all night but didn't catch anything. We labored all night but didn't catch anything. Cast the net on the other side. There's your red versus blue. Cast the net on the other side. Hello. It's right. Only reason I'm uploading this kind of stuff on the internet because nobody can hear me around me, and there's a few online that can hear me. But it's right here. It's right in front of us. And when somebody tells you it's right in front of you, just open your eyes. Look, like I'm on the highway. Right to my left is a one-way sign, black and white, with an arrow The black and white represents the cross. One way. Jesus is one way. The arrow represents the flow, and the flow is the blood. Black, white, and red. There's a van right in front of me. Black, white, and red. The words reveal it. The shapes, the symbols, the colors, the phonics. Everything reveals the truth. But most people are so caught up in marrying and giving in marriage that they don't take the time to figure out what this place is. They don't ask, and if you don't ask, you're not going to get an answer. So I guess I just got my answer. Why don't people care about the truth? Because they haven't asked. You could tell it to them to their face, but if they're not asking, they're not going to listen. If you had a $1 million Bitcoin in your hand and you handed this and you had it and said, "Do you want this?" and it looked like junk, they'd say, "Nah." But if they knew about Bitcoins and started asking about how do I get more Bitcoins, they'd say, "Yeah, I'll take it." But so most people are in lies and delusions, so they don't know anything about truth, so they don't ask about truth. They don't want truth, and it's across the board. They just want to have fun. You can go to work, you can go to church, you can go in the grocery store, you can go anywhere, and you talk to the average person and you say something about truth, and they don't want truth. They don't want any deeper truth. They're happy with the status quo. Deeper truth is not in their agenda. Plain and simple. Deeper truth is not on their agenda. They just want to eat and drink and be merry. It has nothing to do with deeper truth. Their life is about pleasure. All about pleasure and fun and comfort. And it's really sad. So I'm almost to the point to not even talk about it, because nobody seems to want it.